All right. So this is the point in the evening where we ask our judges to step aside for one moment and talk amongst themselves. Our new judge, you guys can go take over there and meet. And I emailed one of my best friends who's here tonight, and telling her about some stupid thing he had done. And her being amazing, she spends her day describing tumors and different things for people. And so she writes me back one of the funniest emails I've ever written in my life, or ever read in my life, describing him as a tumor, or as a cancer. And it was so detailed and so beautiful. And like the kind of thing a real best friend does when you break up with somebody. Like, it was amazing. And so I'm so moved by this that I need to forward it to another friend that has been, privy to some of the information. So I'm like, send, wait a minute. And then this never happens to me, where I go back and check my sent box, and I check it, and I see his name under the sent. And in my subconscious mind, I had just hit send for him. And so he sits directly, diagonally behind me, 6 feet away. And I can just feel the email, running under the ground. And I can't stop it. And I turn slowly in my chair, like, no! And I see the little Outlook, bing, thing come up. And I work in an open studio, and it's silent. So it's going to be really obvious if I jump up and say, that's not for you, which I do anyway. So I run over, and yes, there, and it's open on his screen, and I'm like, that's not for you, that's something else. And he's like, okay, I won't read it. He closes it. But he was so much nicer to me after that. And so that was a terribly mortifying moment, but I like to think he needed to hear himself described as a tumor. It was awesome. He's a better person for it. We're all better people for the tumor email. Thanks for letting me say that. One more thing before our judges start. Mr. Ken Wolf had one little addendum to his story he needed to add.
No, it's good. It's okay.
Listen, I can't let you guys go home thinking I'm a villain. When I said there's a fine line between caring and creepy, I wasn't doing a Shin song. What I was saying is that at the beginning of every school year, teachers are required by the insurance that their school holds to watch a couple of videos. And one of them will say, it's meant to motivate you to be that caring teacher. It says, some kids, the hand on your hand on their shoulder is the only touch they'll get that day. You must invest yourself in their lives. Find out about their interests. Go to their sporting events. Really find out who they are. Care about them. And that goes, and then the next one comes on, and they say, do you know someone who touches children on the shoulder? Have you seen a colleague investing in a kid's life? Do they ask questions about where the next sporting event will occur? So there's this fine line. They want you to be caring, but there is that line, and I know that line, and everything's all professional and good. Just don't. I was mortified, and I stood up here and said that, so thank you.
All right. You ready for the winner? Well, you're all winners. There really is a winner tonight. No, the judges said there were lots of great stories. They had a really hard time deciding, but they're going to go with Miss Chapuis and her story of the Polish word. So you may ask what happens when you win. Our stories will be uploaded to our Facebook page, which you should all friend and visit all the time, and our Twitter page too, because that's really active. We have really good ideas. We have really good ideas, and then we sit there and like, oh no. So also in her video will be uploaded to the Moth, and hopefully in consideration for the Moth Radio Hour on KWMU, 3 o'clock on Saturdays. Please listen. Yeah. Awesome. You guys have a good night, and thank you so much for being here.